known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Valus Jones now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They're led by the second-year quarterback from South Carolina. Started a handful of games last season as a rookie. Here's Spencer Rattler.
It was a tough season, Kate, in New Orleans a year ago. Coaching changes, lots of injuries to that offensive line. And Spencer, as a fifth-rounder, was thrown right into the fire as a rookie. But he persevered, he endured, and now he's going to get a chance to compete for the job this year.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he won't be able to get past the line. And very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Rattler. Finds him over the middle. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Brandon Codrington on the Bills' return. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Allen comes down throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A tight end in motion now. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. First time this game they've looked to him, and that makes it 2nd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
To throw again, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Again, Allen to the air. Juke the defender. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Allen gonna throw again. That's cut beyond the marker. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. He's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Ooh, option play, 2nd and goal. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
3rd and goal for Allen. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Matt Prater on for the field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Prater puts it through. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, a little early momentum with that field goal.
Now Prater on to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rattler now off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Shotgun snap to Rattler. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
They'll send him over right. Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Rattler trying again on 2nd. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Counter give to Kamara. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Give on 2nd to Kamara. Escapes a defender. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Screen here for Kamara. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. That's complete to Kamara on the check down. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. He's going to run for it. It's an option right. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're going to be sent off after the turnover on downs.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run, or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Allen now on 1st down. Another one caught by Coleman. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, ball at the 36. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That play wrapped up by DeMario Davis. It's a pickup of a yard, and that is how our 1st quarter will end. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Cook. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw now, Allen. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Allen from the gun here on 3rd. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills making a 9-point advantage. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes the Saints offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Bronk. It's 10-0 partway through here. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Now Rattler on the play fake. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. From the gun, Rattler. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pass finds Maliki Mataval, complete. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
The Saints, first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down, Saints.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. First and goal, New Orleans.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
They'll run with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints cut it to a field goal game.
Saints 7.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Ty Johnson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. Another try following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They've got a man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Looking to his fullback now. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Allen gets it quickly to Palmer. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Allen setting up play action. Looking for a target. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
And the Saints go in nickel. 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Here he is on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Well, the QBs in this league, they love their slot guys. We see it all over the NFL, that close relationship between quarterback and slot receiver. They play in such, well, just such chemistry. But then when you get a defender that can get in the middle of it and mix it up and read and react in that kind of way, you get interceptions right out of the slot. That is a job well done.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 34. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Rattler. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They'll bring out the punter here. Back deep for the Bills, Brandon Condrington. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the 43. Has him on the quick hitter. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Allen. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Quick slant complete. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Cook does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. The Saints call their third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Last play stopped short, still 3 yards to gain, third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Rattler. And he caught by his back, Camaro. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 31. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rattler. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Now it's Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Allen to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw for Allen. Catch made, left side by Palmer. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And Allen will hold on to this. Jukes one defender, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. Connects on the crosser. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Allen now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. this one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know, you call that toss play. It's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Allen on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
A 30-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now Prater on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Saints send running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Rattler now off the play action. He puts some air into this one, deep right. He's got it deep downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was T.J. Sanders on the tackle. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Rattler on the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they can't call the return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's more of the catch out left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw now, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Play action now, Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. This is Cook. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Throwing here, Allen. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. It's Allen. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Now Allen will lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. He's throwing for it! And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Saints come marching onto the field. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rattler to the air now. Screen here for Kamara. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Rattler. He puts Kamara under it deep down the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First and 10, here's Allen. Catch made right side by Coleman. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Cook. Takes out a one-stop, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter, and they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's going to be the Saints with the football, but any efforts might be futile facing that deficit. First and 10 now from the 30. On the gun, Rattler. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Rattler. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one's going to be close. Did he get both feet inside the chalk? Oh, no, he did not. Great effort, but an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Running for it, Kamara. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Here's Rattler. That'll be caught by his back, Kamara. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Working inside the red zone. He stays up.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Brings up 2nd and 9. It was 17-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option here. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Not the biggest gain, but exactly what they needed. Just get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Let's go give to Kamara. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush down out to his left. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints parlay the interception into points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Juke the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw for Allen. And that one falls incomplete. Oh, would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. It's Allen out of the pistol. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Allen to the air. And he's got it. It's in close. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To the air again. Allen. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Rattler. He'll try and run this. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game. Offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Ball's backed up. Now they've got 2nd and 7. Rattler setting to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rattler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. It's on target to Johnson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Protection is always tested against the blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, but it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needing a little help to get picked up off the grass.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
3rd and long for him here. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th and forever coming up. From the gun, Rattler. He sends this one to the end zone. And the man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. First and 10 from the 41. Now a toss play, Davis. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 39-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Allen on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And they didn't fall victim to that dreaded trap game against a lesser opponent. They were the better team coming in. They played like it to earn the convincing victory. So for Brock Keyword and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.